Hey everybody, Tom MacDonald. An artist, you love him, you hate him, maybe you're somewhere in between. You're usually not somewhere in between. You either love him or you hate him. Him and Adam Calhoun did a song recently that we talked about called American Flags. I think it might have been called something else.
I think it was American Flags, yeah.
And here's a new song that they put out called Your America. We're going to see how it goes.
They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists cause our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all been filling up our classrooms with drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate, you tell us that it is. The complexities of gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his. I'm not Republican, but keep it 100, they making sense. The most destructive ideologies are coming from the left. I think Black Lives Matter, they think white lives matter less, and LGBTQ turned into WTF. Dear Democrats, I don't have nothing against the liberal, but the people representing you are communists and criminals. They've been starting World War III, we shipping missiles still. They don't want America great, they want it miserable. You can try to burn down the city.
Alright, so we got through his first verse, and I still think this song's fairly divisive. It's calling out one side pretty heavily. It's not like you're going to change any minds with this song. You're kind of hyping up your side or helping your side dig in deeper with this song, but I'm not immediately opposed to it the way I was on the last song.
Yeah.
It's not like violence calling.
Right. It's more like pointing out some problems from his perspective as opposed to like, oh, it's go time.
Yeah, yeah.
So far.
Let's see how the chorus goes.
Yeah, but
Scream.
He does make some interesting points, and I think that regardless of what side of these topics you find yourself, whether you find the song bad or good, it's important to recognize that there are other people with a different way of thinking, and that it's helpful to actually learn that and not just see them as bad guys.
Yeah.
Scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America. I'm hearing words I never heard in life. Kids go to school to learn, never make it back home, they get murdered like. Who's concerned? Not the left or the right. Hope you ready for the fight. Coming to your front door tonight. The former president got arrested. The current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Kids get molested. Pedophiles all get protected. And you can kill a baby anytime if you pregnant. People so weak, feel free to take a knee. And you can't even speak, God forbid you disagree. I don't even know what virtual signaling means. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes. Divide us up, I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Got a gun in my hand for when shit hits the fan. And how the woman of the year is a man, I'm pretty sure I never really understand. You can try.
There is a lot here lyrically to break down.
Yeah, he hit so many mainstream controversies in one verse that it's hard to tackle.
It almost like didn't even have like a narrative so much as it was just a lot of, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this. I feel like there's a lot to talk about there, but there's almost too much in one like short review video to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, every one of those topics you could spend half an hour talking about, and he just talked about like one every other line. He obviously laid out his positions on all those, and it was generally the right side position on everything. The one thing that I think stands out against that is that at least they're trying to point like, hey, there's a big problem with the school shootings, and I think both sides agree on that. They disagree on how to handle the issue pretty heavily, but they at least agree that the school shootings are happening, and they are bad.
Yeah, I think everybody agrees that that's bad.
Yeah, nobody wants those.
Let's talk musically for a minute here. So if we're looking at the scenery, it's a very like small town type of country style background that they're utilizing here, right? Very much like small town America type of thing.
Yeah.
And the music, so they have these rap sequences, which are lyrically really well put together. The rhyming schemes, the slant rhymes, like it all works, the syllable schemes, it all works really, really well. So I hear a lot of rap songs where it's just like, oh, you should have had someone listen to that before you published it. Tom MacDonald really tends to lay his stuff out pretty well in that regard.
Lyrically, he's very skilled.
Yeah, his lyrics are good. They're poignant. They're sharp, and they fit together nicely in a scheme so that you don't feel like you're stumbling while you're singing or talking.
Yeah.
Now, he also, in his chorus, it has this emotional feel to it, right? It has a kind of a nostalgic, emotional feel, which helps to kind of emphasize the feelings that they're trying to portray here. And I think that they did that really well musically with some of the chorus, how it kind of has that spread out feel. It's like kind of this
kind of twangy, kind of slow,
kind of legato, but it's almost like Enya, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, this like broad feeling of the sound.
Yeah.
And people are like, did you just call Tom MacDonald Enya? What was that? Yeah, this is Tom MacDonald featuring Enya. I'd watch that.
That'd be so odd.
I'd watch that. But anyway, so that's something that you can feel. Good utilization, my point.
Yeah. They really capture kind of the feeling that a lot of rural conservative America is feeling, where it feels like their values are just kind of being forgotten or being told that your values are no longer relevant, leave them be.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of what they're saying with the chorus. It's like, this isn't just your America. I mean, we're here too. Don't forget about us. It's kind of what that feels like, the message they're trying to portray. In the core, or in the verses, it feels much more poignant about point by point we think you're wrong, but the chorus just feels like we're being forgotten. The America that we once had is changing.
Yeah, I think the perspective is actually different from what I see is when I'm talking about your America. I think that he's talking to you, the viewer, saying this isn't your America. The America that you love and cherish isn't about shooting up schools and killing babies. It's this isn't your America. This is what's happening. This isn't right. This isn't the America that we believe in and that we love and we hope for.
Oh, that is another valid and interesting take. I hadn't thought about that.
Oh, thank you.
Burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America. You told us we're the ones to blame. You're the ones who riot till the city's up in flames. You told us we've been spreading lies, but you believe the truth is on the news every night. You told us we gotta stop the fighting, but you're the ones who keep the country angry and divided. You told us we're crazier than you, but all of our conspiracy theories are coming true. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not you.
So more than Enya, I would think more like Usher. Actually, I'm gonna pull back on that a little bit. I would say
that's actually right. That felt pretty Usher.
Yeah, I would say that's more like Usher's style in the way that they were doing that. And this particular verse, when they're talking to you, not, I don't think they were referring to the audience so much as like the news and the politics.
The news and the progressive left is who it feels like they're kind of.
I almost felt like it was more than like the normal constituency, right? Like more than just the people who are like who might vote left or right. They were talking about like the news and the pushers of the politics.
I was taking it as like the pushers of the politics on social media, like the people who are so vocal on like Facebook and stuff is kind of who I was thinking.
And I think that could be a part of that as well.
Yeah.
But like not like you're just everyday people who vote for Trump or Biden or whatever, or just do their thing, but like the people who are just really like slamming the stuff. Because I think most people, and we've talked to a lot of people, most people want to just live their own lives and be safe and be free.
Yeah.
You know, whether they vote, whoever they voted for or whatever like policies they think, most people want freedom and safety and just want to live their lives, you know? Mm-hmm. And so, but yeah, it felt like they were talking to the news. It was kind of the big one that really made it feel like the news and the politicians. And like you said, the loud people on the social media who are trying to not let you just be free and safe and happy.
You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
I'm actually going to take back what I said earlier about like who he's talking about, whose America it is. I think you're right. I think he is talking to that particular group and saying like, this isn't your America. But what I want to take from that is like, it's not just your America.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I took it.
Like, got kids. You guys got kids? Anyway, don't tell me in the comments if you have kids. That's weird. But anyway, you can tell me something else in the comments. I don't know. But I don't want to like discourage people from commenting. You're like, don't comment, please don't comment. No, just don't be weird about like your children online. Like safety first. Anyway, I already broke the rule, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. We got kids, and some of the toys is like that's this kid's toy, and some of the toys are for everybody. Where it's like that's not your toy, that's our toy.
Yeah.
And so as opposed to like that's not yours, you don't get to touch it at all. I think that if that's the message we're taking from this, that's not a message I want to get behind.
Yeah.
Right? This is your America as much as it is my America. But it's not just yours, and it's not just mine. This is our America. Except for, all you other people from other countries. This is your America too. Welcome. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. Earth is good. I made my point. Okay? I made my point. I'm done.
Yeah, I thought the song was an enjoyable listen. It wasn't something that struck me too terribly hard. Every message was something that I feel was heard before, rehashed, not really in a total unique way. I thought the rhyme schemes worked well. The song was, comfortable to listen to, but not something I'm going to go listen to all the time. I do think it was a lot better than American Flags, personally. I thought American Flags was far too aggressive. Especially when this one of the lines was like, you can try and get aggressive. And I was like, well, I mean, your last published song was fairly aggressive.
It was pretty aggressive. For talking aggressive, that was up there.
But I thought it was okay. I don't know. Tell me what you guys thought of this song. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was it okay? I kind of thought it was okay. That's kind of where I fall.
I think that regardless of where you stand on the things that he was saying, it's important to understand that you're not the only one who has opinions on those things. And that some of those things are worth thinking about. Wherever that ends up.
I think it's important from both sides. Yeah,
I think they're worth thinking about and putting some thought into, again, regardless of wherever that lands.
Yeah. It's always important to deliberate about your positions in your mind, not just take whatever, like, your preferred news source is telling you as the gospel truth, but if you say you watch a lot of like generally left-leaning news, it's important to come over to like hear these lines from Tom MacDonald and not like write them off as he's evil, but like hear them and go,
where's that coming from?
What kind of emotion makes someone think like this? Exact same thing if you're someone on the right who's like watching Fox News or OAN all the time. It's important to hear what the left has to say and not just go, oh, they're just trying to ruin our kids and trans all our kids and turn the frogs gay. Right? It's also important.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
You're welcome. Shout out to Alex Jones there. It's also important to like hear what they have to say and go, now why would someone consider that? What emotion or what thought pattern would lead someone to think like this? And if you can put yourself in those shoes, you can do a lot better at understanding what people are like actually aiming for and do a better job at trying to find a solution that works for both sides.
Get out there and love each other. Be good.